Okay, this is the first GoPro mount for my metal detector. I just got a conduit hanger from the local home improvement store. GoPro makes this frame mount with a tripod connector. There's several issues with it. One is you can't rotate the camera, and it's only one axis of motion, and that's up and down. And after I dig a target, I want to swivel it and point to the hole over here. I don't want to look down the shaft to the coil all the time. I want full freedom of movement for the camera, and this just doesn't get there. In addition, you cannot insert or remove the camera easily. From the GoPro frame, you have to unscrew the bolt, take this out, and stick the camera, actually bend this, put the camera in there, put this back on, and that cinches it together. But again, you just have one axis of movement. You can't pivot or tilt the camera much. So the first solution was to get this little mini tripod head, mount it to the conduit hanger, and then mount the GoPro mount to it. As you see, it starts getting pretty bulky, but this allows me full freedom of movement. I can angle it off the side, lay it flat. I can lay the camera on portrait orientation. That's good, but I still have this pivot that is really superfluous. I don't need this because I can get all my motion out of this tripod head. So if I came up with a better frame, eliminated this pivot, possibly make a frame so I can easily insert and remove the camera, but yet not have it fall out, it'd be much better. And also, I can design a custom bracket and get rid of this conduit hanger through the magic of 3D printing and some design work. We'll see what we can come up with. So this is what we came up with. First is the clamp that eliminate the metal conduit hanger. We designed this in 123 Design CAD tool to clamp around the detector shaft, a countersunk hole where a bolt will go, and a countersunk top where the tripod mount will go. So the tripod mount will go here. There's countersunk hexagon holes, so the nuts will recess there, and no need for a wrench. And then we'll clamp it. Okay, here's the tripod mount, mounted, screwed, stainless steel screw holding it to the top piece very firmly, and the bottom piece will be clamped on the metal detector shaft. This is my GoPro frame. It came out very good. So you see it's not split, it's solid. It's a solid piece. What I did is made a clamp. See the cut? The camera will slide in through the front and be locked in by this clip. There's ledges down here and in the back. So the camera will be positively locked in, but I can remove it simply by lifting up this tab and pulling the camera out. Without it being split, the top of the tripod mount will mount here. The nut, again a hexagonal shape, was printed so the nut is recessed and retained there. So we'll give it a go and see what it does. Next, our GoPro will simply screw onto there. It's adjustable. and the camera will simply, very snug, it's a very good fit to this rubber binding, and you'll hear it click, and it is retained by that clip. This thing is going nowhere. It's a real nice frame. It came out real good. Have access to the shutter, have access to the wireless, the speaker hole, and I can actually charge it still. It came out real good. I'm pleased with that. So that's basically how it's going to look. Let's mount it to the detector. That's it, mounted on the detector. It's a nice compact system. Gives me full freedom of motion for the camera. I can look behind me, I can look at my face, I can look down the coil, full freedom of motion, and also I can take the camera out without removing it. So, very happy. These 3D printers with a little ingenuity on design are quite astonishing what they can accomplish. If you're interested in the frame mount or the detector tripod mount, leave me a comment. I'm trying to find out if there's enough interest to go into production with these on a 3D printer. This one's blue because I just had blue filament, but I can make them in any color you can imagine. Just leave me a comment if you like it. Thanks for watching.